Horizonte, welcome to the World Cup semi-final of 2014, Brazil versus Germany. You feel as though you're in a yellow submarine almost. So vivid is the colour of the day, and Felipe Scolari and Jogi Löw exchanged pleasantries alongside Carlos Alberto Pereira there. Perhaps one of the most famous of all Brazilian coaches. It was on this very day, 24 years ago, July the 8th, that Germany last won the World Cup. That was in Rome when they beat Argentina by 1-0. Luis Gustavo bowled over, no free kick given, but Marcelo may get a shot through here. He does, it's wide. First shot of the game, and it comes from the Brazilian left full-back Marcelo. He does have goals in his locker. He's pulled this one right across the face of goal, however, the defender from Real Madrid. That was the little nudge there from Schweinsteiger on Luis Gustavo. David Luiz, who has grown in stature so much so, they said he could be qualified as a saint before long if he keeps going like this. And what a ball that is. Over to the far side, grabbed by Neuer, just as Bernard came in to try and tip it past him. Lovely ball from Hulk. Sami Khedira, an elegant mover on the ball, and he plays it wide. Danger here to Brazil for the first time in the game. Allowed to run through by Maicon, puts into the danger area. Good block there. Shout for a handball. It was Khedira's shot. Germany will come again. Both these sides scored early goals in the quarter-finals. Well, complete misunderstanding by Marcel. Germany have 3 forward here against only 2 in defence. Can Germany get the breakthrough that the home nation is dreading? Well, they've got numbers back, and it was Marcelo who came charging back. Now he says sorry. Germany's first corner. Plenty of height on it. It's gone through. Germany score! It's exactly what Brazil was dreading. Thomas Müller, with his 5th goal of these World Cup finals, sends a shiver through the nation. All eyes there at Fernandinho. Brazil 0, Germany 1 in the 11th minute from their first corner, and it's gone all the way through to Müller, and nobody picked him up at all. Kroos with the delivery, Müller with the sidestep, and he now matches his tally of 5 goals in South Africa 4 years ago. Fernandinho made himself available, no foul there, but Oscar with a second chance does play Hulk forward now. Here's the big chance for Brazil. Is this a penalty kick? No, it's a corner kick. And there's an immediate response here between players who decide to take the law into their own hands. Müller is trying to act as peacemaker. Luis Gustavo, who's only just back from suspension, is also heatedly involved, as is Boateng. Germany do look dangerous every time they attack, and Khedira's in a handy position here, just outside the 18-yard area. This will be picked up, gathered in comfortably by Julio César. There is Miroslav Klose. He's also got the 1 goal of the game so far. Oh, and a mistake in defence here could let Kroos in. A chance of a second for Germany. Brazil in real trouble. They're in dire trouble now. We have a World Cup record, supplied by Miroslav Klose. Goal number 16 in his World Cup career. Jogi Löw's side are 2 goals to the good. Scolari is looking for a hiding place. Well, they were all at sea with the Brazilian defence here. When Germany took advantage there, it got through to Kroos. Klose had 1 chance, he didn't miss the second time around. Müller was also in there. Julio César could do no better than parry, and Miroslav Klose has not just his 2nd goal of these World Cup finals, he's now 1 better than the great Ronaldo in all-time scoring charts with his 16th World Cup finals goal. There's a long way to go, maybe here now, Bernard. Not quite. Well, football can be a cruel game. Bernard, it just got away from him there for the match on Saturday. And Germany are looking good for the final on Sunday. They make it another one here. It's 3-0. It's a romp for the Germans. The game may be won and lost inside 25 minutes thanks to the left foot of Toni Kroos. The Brazilians are in disbelief. They are stunned. They have come here for a samba and they have been totally rocked back on their heels by the always formidable Germans. Just look at the faces. The Brazilians are crestfallen. Ozil played it into that position. It was cut back in. Where was the Brazilian defence? Julio Cesar was totally exposed. The left foot of Toni Kroos may have just hammered Germany into the final of the World Cup 2014. Oh, it might get worse. This is 4. This is quite astonishing. It's all over now. It really is all over for Brazil. 2 for Kroos in 2 minutes. It's a disaster. The little boy is crying his eyes out. A whole nation is in disbelief, stunned into silence. Can 70,000 people be silent? Well, they are now, because Toni Kroos has scored not 1 but 2 goals in 2 minutes, his first in the World Cup finals. It's a disaster day for Brazilian football. Khedira, Kroos, the goalkeeper nowhere. It's all over. Just one other little statistic for you. Brazil began the day with 220 World Cup game goals to their name. Germany 216. They've drawn level in the space of 26 minutes. And they're here again. There's 3 forward. Khedira, Ozil. They're queuing up. They're all going to score at this rate. Khedira, the latest name on the score sheet. And the Brazilians look as though they want to go to the dressing room already. There is no hiding place for this rampant German side. What on earth can Scolari do about this? It's the biggest test of his career. Just so many red and black shirts around. Brazil totally all at sea. Ozil, it's like, who wants it next? Who wants to score a goal? Sami Khedira said, I think it's my turn. Why not me? Ozil gave him the chance and he tucked it away with some relish. Brazil 0, Germany 5. They equal the top score in these World Cup finals. Remember, the Dutch beat Spain by 5 goals to 1. Here come the Germans yet again. Oh, it's deflected wide, fortunately, otherwise I'd have been saying 6-0. Just look how many Germans are around the edge of the Brazilian penalty area here. They're queuing up and they have a free kick now. Which is Schweinsteiger could try his luck. Now it's a left-footed one, clipped over the top of the bar by Ozil. The one they call Nemo because of his resemblance to a cartoon character. Well, this was just one of the goals, the last one from Sami Khedira. Maybe a slight question of offside there, but there's no question about who's going to win this match. The scoreline has to be repeated. That face tells it all. Muller got the first goal in the 11th minute. Miroslav Klose there, taking congratulations for setting up a new World Cup record, got the second. The carnival continued for the Germans with a couple of Kroos goals, and Khedira got the 5th. There'll be no samba in Belo Horizonte tonight. It's Brazil 0, Germany 5. Well, I think the one thing that we're pretty emphatic about is there won't be a penalty shootout required today. There will be a free kick immediately here for Brazil. And then Oscar, not a good touch really, but a shot and a chance for Fred maybe. It is Fred, slides it through. They're 3 forward here. The ball didn't reach Oscar when it should have done. It was meant to reach him from Ramirez. And for once it was Germany who was surviving there, with Brazil seemingly having the advantage in numbers. Spirited running from Bernard, accompanied by Marcelo. Plenty of yellow shirts around the edge of the area here. It's Ramirez. Surely they're going to get one, are they? Ramirez again. No, and Neuer once again foils Brazil, who at least have come out showing some stout hearts. Marcelo, however, Shot blocked. Ramirez gets it through here. Paulinho! Neuer, Paulinho! Is Neuer going to be beaten today? That is the question. I'm not quite sure why he's complaining to the referee. Paulinho was definitely onside. Schürrle for Klose, who'll get a good hand as he goes off, I'm sure. He's broken the record, the highest scorer in World Cup history. He's overtaken Ronaldo. Doesn't quite get through. Second one does. Fred foiled by Neuer again. I hesitate to say this, but it's almost as though Germany do not want to rub Brazil's noses in it anymore. Oh, and then the ball is given away for Muller. Muller round the goalkeeper, but Julio Cesar to the rescue. Should have been 6. Schürrle to Khedira. Muller, another chance for him, tipped over. Fine stop, Julio Cesar. Well, Muller really meant that one. David Luiz angles it through. Maicon, and again a big collective roar for a penalty kick. Why are the Germans surrounding the Mexican referee, who has taken over from Klose as the main striker now? Still David Luiz. Can't get a meaningful touch on the ball. Oh, if this one goes through the middle, Brazil are in dire straits. Schweinsteiger allows it to run through. Julio Cesar to the rescue for the umpteenth time in this half, when Germany have broken. And after all the thrills and spills of the first 45 minutes. Paulinho, good looking ball here. Taken down by Bernard. Several in the yellow await. Overhead kick, wide. Just not happening for Brazil, I'm afraid. Offside anyway. Offside awarded by the referee's assistant, Marcos Quintero from Mexico. It all looked very good until the final touch. Not a great time to come on when your side's losing 5-0 though. Schürrle, the whistle's already sounded. Free kick for Germany. And a yellow card shown for the first time in this game to Dante to complete his day. And they have to defend once again. Lahm. Wide is Khedira. Back into Lahm. Square. 6-0 it is. Muller, and hardly anybody is celebrating. And I think some Brazilians will be leaving Estadio Mineirão now, because this equals the heaviest defeat in Brazilian history. Going back to 1920 when they lost 6-0 to Uruguay, and the resounding boos around the stadium are for not only the concession of the goal, which was so easy for Muller to dispatch. This made it 6-0. It's Muller's second of the day. It's his 6th of these World Cup finals and his 11th in the last 2. Schürrle it is with the goal. My apologies. Schürrle it was who stroked it in. 6-0. In cricketing parlance, Germany might well declare, but on the other hand, they might be totally ruthless and go for as many as they can possibly get. It's a bit of a kick out here. And Muller and David Luiz are not on the best of terms at the moment. A lot of finger pointing going on. And Muller is not best pleased, certainly. Oh, what a night they're going to have. But, they might have number 7 here now. They have got 7. It's hammered in. An absolutely terrific strike from Schürrle, who has his second in a matter of minutes. And this embarrassment for Brazil is more acute by the minute. It was an acute angle. He loves the finish. It's a rasping one. But the Brazilians just want to go back to the dressing rooms. If the earth could come up and swallow them, they'd be happy at the moment. Never ever have they seen a day like this. It is now a record defeat for Brazil. Julio Cesar has had to pick the ball out of his net 7 times. Schürrle lashed it in off the underside of the bar. And it leads to the most extraordinary scoreline, I think, in World Cup history. I think it's fair to say this. 79 minutes played in Belo Horizonte, and a scoreline: Brazil 0, Germany 7. You heard it right. That for Brazil, it's all gone wrong. Well, Brazil have been all over the place all day. Marcelo. Ramirez. Goes for goal, can't beat Neuer. A shot. Brazil have had plenty of those in the second half, hardly any in the first. On goes Marcelo, in company with Willian. Willian's through ball here, is Oscar's, he's onside. All the way through the area. I'm afraid there's going to be no tangible reward for Brazil today. Nice little ball from Willian and his Chelsea colleague Oscar there. Unless they can just find one goal from Bernard. No, it's slashed over the bar. Germany will have the last attack of the day. They might even get the 8th goal of the day. It should have been 8. It really should. But Mesut Ozil can't apply the coup de grace he doesn't need to do. Now Oscar, maybe he can chip the keeper, maybe he can force one in. Oscar, he's got a goal. It's Brazil 1, Germany 7, and I have never seen a goal less celebrated in my life. The Brazilian supporters don't know what to do. They don't know whether to laugh or to cry or to cheer or to groan. This is what they've been waiting for all day. Oscar into the centre, onto the centre spot actually, and Manuel Neuer at last is beaten by somebody in the canary yellow shirt of our World Cup hosts. Oscar's the name. It makes the scoreline even more astonishing. Brazil 1, Germany 7. He raises his arm. Boos ring around the Stadio Mineirão in Belo Horizonte.